Okay guys, let's go ahead and check our weekly review or our daily review for today. We have 1,985 plus 6,879. Always remember to line your numbers up according to the place value chart and start with your ones place. 5 plus 9 is 14. Carry your 1 to the tens place. 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Put your 6 down, carry your 1 to the hundreds place. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 plus 8 is 18. Put your 8 down, carry your 1 to the thousands place. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 6 is 8. So the sum is 8,864. If I underlined, let's say this digit in the number 8,864, you should be able to tell me the place of that digit, and you should be able to tell me the value of that digit. Okay? And we'll discuss that in class. Know the difference between place, where it actually is on the place value chart, and the value, how much it is actually worth. Sorry. Alright, we're finding the difference between these two numbers. 7,111 minus 3,876. Evaluating this problem, first off, I can see I've got more on the floor, so I'm going to have to borrow and regroup on a lot of these. If I borrow a group of 10 from my tens place, that would make that one a 0. I will regroup it to the ones place. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. Okay. Looking at my tens place now, I cannot take 7 away from 0, so I have to go next door, borrow a group of 10. That would become a 0. I want to regroup it to my tens place. The group of 10 plus that 0 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. I'm looking again at the numbers I have to subtract. I cannot take 8 away from nothing. Borrow from your thousands place. Regroup that group of 10 to your hundreds place. 10 minus 8 is 2. Now 6 minus 3 is 3. 3,235. Again, you should be able to tell me the value and the place if I have a digit underlined. And we'll talk about that during class. Write this number in expanded form. It goes right along with being able to tell the value of each digit. So if I have the number 7,932, the value of that 7 is 7,000 because it is in the thousands place. The value of the 9 is 900 because it is in the hundreds place. The value of the 3 is 30 because it is in the tens place. And the value of the 2 is 2 because it is in the ones place. This is expanded form. Expanded form. So squeeze that in on your answer spot. 7,000 plus 900 plus 30 plus 2. Okay. 70 times 6. You should be able to pick out a basic fact. 70 times 6. Well, I see that 7 times 6 is 42. Put that 0. That's our little trick we've learned. So 70 times 6 is 420. Pretty simple on the next one. 90 divided by 10. But you have to remember these basic skills. If you're thinking fact, family, or bill, draw bill. I've got 90 and a 10. I'm looking for this missing factor here, and we know that it is 9. 90 divided by 10 is 9. Always say your dividend first. The bigger number, the number that's being broken apart into smaller groups. Okay, linear equations, got to make both sides equal. So we have 2 plus some add-in equals 5 times 1. Well, go on and do what you know. I know that 5 times 1 equals 5. If both sides have to be equal, this side has to also be 5. So in order to get 5 on this side, I have to add 3 to my 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, comparing fractions. Been working on this a lot for the last several weeks. You have to tell whether 2/4 is less than, greater than, or equal to 1/2. We've learned a little trick. Okay, multiply your denominator by the opposite numerator. So 4 times 1 is 4. Multiply the denominator by the opposite numerator. 2 times 2 is 4. Looking at these numbers, I can see that 4 is equal to 4. So I know that 2/4 is equal to 1/2. 2/4 is equal to 1/2. And today during class we're going to practice some more of this, but we're actually going to be modeling this. Y'all are going to draw out your own models, and you're also going to show this and prove this to me on number lines. Okay? How do we know that these fractions are equal if they're on a number line? So we'll talk about that and do some more activity with that today in class. I am a triangle with all equal sides. Draw me and name me. Well, if everything is equal, all the angles are equal, all the sides are equal. This is an equilateral triangle. I have to squeeze my word in. All right, equilateral triangle. All right, in an elapsed time problem, you're going to have to be able to solve these elapsed time problems. A soccer game started at 4:30 p.m. and finished at 6:20 p.m. How long was the soccer game? Okay, let's show this on a number line. Turn my board. Go ahead and label your beginning time or your starting time. I can see that the starting time is 4:30 p.m. I can see that we finished at 6:20 p.m. Okay, so let's just start doing some jumps. I can do an hour jump from 4:30. If I go 1 hour, what time will that be? And you should know that it would be 5:30, still p.m. This is 1 hour. 1 hour is also 60 minutes. Okay. Now just looking at this, I can tell that I can't do another hour jump, because if I do another hour jump, that's going to be 6:30 and I can't go over 6:20. Okay, so I should have drawn this a little bit smaller. I apologize. Let's do this 6:20. Okay? So you can decide what kind of intervals or increments you want to jump in. I would probably say let's do a 30-minute jump. That's 1/2 of an hour. And I'd put 30 minutes. If I go from 5:30 and jump ahead 30 minutes, that's going to put me at 6 o'clock p.m. Okay, and I still see that I've got some room I can jump. I don't want to go over 6:20. Think of it like a video game. If you go over this, you're going to fall off the cliff and die, kind of like Mario Brothers. All right, so I can easily see that I could do one big 20-minute jump, so let's do that. That's 20 minutes. Okay. And then to get a total time, add your minutes. I've got 60 minutes plus 30 minutes. You know 60 minutes is an hour. You know 30 plus 20 minutes would be 50 minutes. That's not quite an hour. So this soccer game lasted 1 hour and 50 minutes. Okay, 1 hour and 50 minutes is the elapsed time, or the time that passes from the beginning of the soccer game to the end of the soccer game. I also may ask you, well, how many minutes is equivalent to 1 hour 50 minutes? Okay, so then you would take 60 plus 30, and I'll write it over here so you can see, plus my 20. Always start with your ones place. Okay, 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 2 more is 11, so 110 minutes. Okay, a lot of good stuff on this strip today. Please hand this, when you get this back in signed papers, to somebody. Say, these are the types of problems that I need to keep fresh on my mind. Please give me some examples like this and work them out. 1 hour, 50 minutes. Okay, remember that our goal for the Georgia Milestones is to get 525 or better. And I know that y'all can do better. Y'all know this stuff. So we're going for more than 525. Okay? Pass your papers to the front. Take out your math journal.